Today, we've come to the Glynco estate at Harlech in the magnificent Snowdonia National Park to take a look at a largely unknown shoot. Wrekin Sporting is proud to announce that we've recently secured the shooting rights for this wonderful estate. With 5,000 acres, 500 being woodland, the Glyn estate has a lot to offer. The incredible terrain lends itself to great sport, and with little shooting on the estate since before the Second World War, there's going to be a lot to excite visiting guns. To tell us more, we are meeting Jonathan Crowe, Wrekin Sporting's owner, who will be taking us around and explaining some of the key drives. Hi Jonathan.
Hi Sue.
You all right?
Yeah, good to see you.
Good to see you. How's Bert?
Bert's fine, thank you.
Good. So Jonathan, why Harlech and why now?
It seemed a natural progression to look for another shoot, not a million miles away from Bodnant. And it's complementary to Bodnant, similarly good terrain, but distinct enough to be unique. So time feels right to get another shoot and strengthen our foothold in North Wales.
That's great. It seems that Lord Harlech is keen to redevelop the estate and the house.
Yeah, I think generally there's a rejuvenation of the whole place, and the shoot is just an add-on really to that, to complementing the whole thing. Currently doing the house up, which will be ready in a couple of years, and in the meantime we're developing the shoot.
That's great. Let's go and have a look around. At around 1 hour and 40 from Chester, 2.5 hours from Birmingham, or 1 hour and 15 minutes from Holyhead, Harlech is easily reached. And given that Bodnant and Harlech are only 45 minutes apart, there is the added opportunity for guns to shoot on both our Welsh shoots, with back-to-back dates available. So Jonathan, how does the type of shooting here compare to your other shoots?
Well, given that it's North Wales, it's similarly high shooting to Bodnant, very distinct from the low ground partridge shooting in Shropshire. Possibly higher birds than at Bodnant, but a very different layout. In front of us here we've got a large, long gorge, so a number of drives all running down one side with birds tremendously high flying across that gorge. That
sounds amazing. Should we go and take a look at the gorge?
Yeah,
As with all Wrekin Sporting shoots, guns at Harlech can be assured of our usual high standard of hospitality between testing drives. With drinks and canapés in the field and fine cuisine being served, you will be well looked after. The hall is undergoing full restoration and will be used for dining and as a venue for parties to stay in coming seasons. So it's really impressive, Jonathan, this being the main part of the gorge. How does it work?
Well, as you say, yes, impressive gorge. It's almost 1 mile in length and there's 3 drives along here. The birds are released up in that area over the summer and then fed up to game crops behind this rocky outcrop all the way along. And the guns stand below and the birds are shown from up there. Now that's at least 50 yards up there from where they're flushed. So they're going to be
very testing, isn't it?
Yeah, very high on all 3 drives.
Excellent. What other types of drives are available here for you to develop?
Well, there's quite a lot of potential. We've got obviously the main gorge in the middle of the shoot, but beyond it we've got other woodland down the far end, grass banks above it where we've already got permission to put in game cover for this year. Over on this side right behind me is a large stretch, probably about 100 acres of woodland. We're going to be creating 2 drives in that area, and then beyond here are some large bracken banks all the way along a ridge where we're going to be putting in at least 2 partridge drives for this season. So for this season alone, we're trying to get in the region of 8 to 10 operational drives. So we're now at one of the highest points on the estate, overlooking that woodland in the distance. As yet, this is an unnamed but planned drive, and we're going to be putting a release pen into that area, feeding the birds from there across the parkland below us, up onto this escarpment, and driving the birds back from above us and to the side across the parkland to that wood in the distance.
That sounds
That will
great.
be spectacular.
Jonathan, so what are your plans here with regards to the amount of days and things for the first season?
It would be sensible to start relatively small scale and build up over a number of years. So for the first season, we're just planning on doing 15 days, ranging from 150 to 200 birds throughout the season. With that in mind, we're releasing dates in conjunction with Bodnant that will give us the availability of back-to-back days. So we already have some teams showing an interest in a day at Bodnant followed by a day here, or vice versa.
When and how can people book?
Well, our website's being refreshed at the moment and upgraded with all the information and dates on there, and obviously contact details are on there as well. So there we have a platform on Guns on Pegs, our usual presence on Instagram, which is quite popular, and Facebook.
Well, thank you very much for showing us around, and we look forward to visiting next season when the shoot's up and running. So if you're looking for a day to remember on our challenging new shoot, head over to the website for more information.